Hey, folks, I'm too tired to go get my Chevy hat. I've had an interesting several days. I went to Tucson for 4 days. I'm back yesterday. My brother graduated. I keep saying that. Fuck. My brother retired from the Air Force, and there was just so many things discussed, and then his speech was just such a beautiful thing to me. So true. And it made me think of this one thing I keep coming back to ever since I became more fully aware and fully awake. And it started back in September with me, whenever I first was introduced to the Power of You group and Mel Robbins. But I started reading out of a book every day. It's just daily entries in the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. And one thing that he said is on page 43, I think, or it says, the soul knows only one way to fulfill itself, and that is to take in what is true. And I love that quote because when you're aware and awake and fully honest with yourself first and then everybody else, it solves so many of life's issues. So I had a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety and certain things, and I was at the parts supply house today, and I went in and I said, hey, is my box ready? And the guy said, no, you never ordered it for certain. I fucking flipped instantly. Like I must have had some shit all on me. And I never, I don't say never, I rarely do that anymore. And I like that kid a lot. I really appreciate him. He's a hard-working guy. I caught myself almost immediately and started apologizing to him and telling him he didn't deserve it and telling him I'm so sorry. And that's all about being true. Because the truth was I fucked up, not him. I never sent the final approval to go ahead and order the piece of equipment. And it's like, I was mad at myself. How many times are you mad at yourself and you take it out on somebody else? And how many times is your pride so fucking strong and so goddamn, it's an evil thing, pride. And I don't know what your definition of evil is. Mine is it's despicable. I hate it. Pride will keep loved ones from being close. It'll keep you from telling your kids you love them. Like telling somebody when you know you were wrong, but you won't tell them you did it. You won't admit it. And so that's my little story today. It's just, I'm going to say it one more time because it's just beautiful. The soul knows only one way to fulfill itself, and that is to take in what is true. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for y'all today. So I want you to not only keep the change, but embrace the change. Have a good night.